you talk for me?
Yeah, I could talk. It's me. Hi, I'm here.
We are already dropping crap loads of frames.
Okay.
Why is that? Our stream health was really bad. What the heck? Well, okay. It's better now, but we started off with dropping tons of frames. Alright, talk one more time for me.
Hello, it's
Okay,
me.
cool.
I'm here.
Everyone can hear you.
What up?
Alright, let's brief the show.
Let's do it.
Shall we? Um, okay. Ooh. OBS is frozen now? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, OBS is having a cow, and I'm not sure why. Alright. Briefing the show. We are flying tonight at Anderson. I didn't update that in the video description, so I'll have to do that after the fact. It's going to be a section takeoff maneuver. We'll be going left out of the chocks on the taxiway to hold short of 3-4 left. Yeah, if we hold short after Juliet, yeah, that'll work. And then so we'll hold short before the wires on the northeast side. And then we will covered wagon back taxi 2-4 left to the taxiway whose name I can't see right now.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And we'll
I have it in a knee board, but I can't.
We'll try and sneak our way behind the blues the way that I have them set up for individual left 90s into chucks. Actually, no.
Sounds good.
Scratch that. We're going to taxi past so that we can do this the right way.
Uh-huh.
You're probably going to have basically a 180, but...
That's fine.
I'll
figure it out. Just set us as far left on that tarmac as you can before you start your turn.
Yeah, we'll do.
Well, I will regardless, but yeah.
Realistically, they would start them there and then they'd park them like on the taxi line, probably, but we can't move our stand jets, so.
Yep.
We'll make do with what we got. Just be advised, we'll set our altimeter on the ramp. We'll zero it out on the ramp, and then just remember that the field is raised by like 200 feet.
As long as my taxi map altimeter settings are accurate, I can give you that.
Well, let's do that in the. Why don't you do that in your MO briefing?
Because we'll start. Yeah, because we'll start the runway slopes down from where we're going to start to where we take off. So I'll do that in my MO briefing. Yeah.
Yeah, give me that in the MO briefing. If yeah, just give me what you got in the MO briefing, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, we have an airshow cone, which is a bummer. I forgot to remove that, but we'll live with it for tonight, and I'll remove it for next time.
Well, at least we'll know where center point is.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not before goals.
Okay, goals for the show for me is to not hit 0 on the altimeter when I am outside the box. Because I have a feeling that I'm going to do that a lot. Because I fly visual.
Yep. Yep, goals for the show for me are set up, good setups behind crowd for all the maneuvers I lead. Those are hard because there's no references behind crowd or the direction we tend to come in from. It's just the open ocean.
Yep, it's going to be all math today.
Yep, so just fly the numbers I know.
Yep.
I guess that's the goal. Fly the numbers I know.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Ready break. I'm gonna switch inputs. Dropping frames again. Why is that? Okay, we're down to like 2.7K. We're tanking.
Let me check my...
No, it's mine. It's mine. It's my issue. It's OBS.
Alright.
Not a you thing. So... Whatever. Maybe I'm pushing too many frames. Alright, I'm switching inputs.
Cool.
BrotherLeb, you got me?
I'm clear.
Alright, give me 1 second here. Check OBS. OBS has got me. Does it have you? OBS has you. Does
What's
it have
up?
both of us on screen? It does have both of us on screen. And BRB group is muted. Awesome. Alright, close that. Let me recenter my view and we'll get rolling here. It's going to be an interesting flight for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me know when you're ready to unpause.
Ready.
Alright, unpausing in 3, 2, 1, mark. That's the wrong button. Let me know when you are ready to start.
Ready to start.
Battery on, APU on, standby canopy.
Flip.
3, 2, 1, mark. Standby right engine crank. I have no sound.
Flip.
Right engine crank in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby right engine forward.
Flip.
Right engine forward in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine crank.
Web.
Grab that sound real quick. Left engine crank in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine forward. Left engine forward in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby FCS.
Flight controls.
Go for FCS.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. In test.
Same.
Chariots FCS's go.
Web.
Chariots IFA is holding. I didn't load DTC, but I'll do that in a moment.
Same. And I also did not load DTC, so I will also do it in a moment.
Chariot is DTC.
Lab is DTC. Wow. Sorry, my bad.
Chariot is DTC complete.
Alright. Lab is DTC complete.
Trace up, come on.
Oak tree, come on.
Discord check.
Good check.
Takeoff checks. Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading 158. Check your altimeter set 29er tree for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your barrel warning 0. Check your FCS 12, 30, 30, 30. Moving to down 2. Check your fuel seat armed lights out.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Hold 1 for mode checks. I'm just double checking that altitude.
Those blues look good. Nice and tidy up.
Okay, let me double check this math real quick. Good morning, Chariot. Updated winds are calm, 11044.
That's not calm.
Check your altimeter set 29er 1 tree for a corrected center point altitude of 0 feet. We are 20 feet lower than center point. Chariot squawk 1205, level squawk 1206. You're clear to taxi left out of Chalks on Bravo, all the way down the taxiway to Kilo. Hold short 24 left.
Thanks, Leb. Cleared to taxi. Hold short 24 left. And 2914 puts me 200 feet below center point.
Ah, correct. Reset altimeter. Two niner tree 2.
29er tree 2?
I believe so, yes. Correction, yeah, it should be tree niner tree 2.
Chariot set 29er tree 2, negative 20.
Alright, should be good to go.
Souls were cleared for taxi. Check park brakes off. Chariot's parking up to 75%. Off brakes now. We'll do a full hold short checks today.
Left.
We're coming left go to on the right wing.
Lab. Time for the roller coaster.
Yeehaw. Leaving it at 75 and letting it roll.
Lab. Switch ACOM 1.
Chariot switching ACOM 1. Chariots up on 8.1, easing power.
Leb. Bump. Bump City.
Chariots adding power to 73, letting it roll. I'm likely going to modify this to do taxi checks, but we'll do park checks today.
Oop.
Chariots ease the power to 70, letting it roll.
We also might be able to take Juliet in the future. It's kind of a funny turn on, but I don't know that we need the full 2-mile runway.
Yeah, we definitely don't. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in the debrief. Chariots adding power to 72, letting it roll. Chariots ease and power to 70, letting it roll over low, go line abreast.
Leb.
Brakes are going to be tough on this downhill here.
Leb.
Coming easy left. Ease power to 60, letting it roll. Easing power to idle. Little brakes. Easy brakes. A little more brakes. Brakes. Takeoff checks. Check your lights are off. Check your landing lights off. Check your flaps are half. Mine are auto. Check your waypoint is correct in the box frame. Waypoint 1 at 0.9 miles. Check your altimeter set. 29er tree 2 for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your dispensers bypassing your seat's arm. Check your heading. Tree 7.
Leb.
Check your parker brake is off. Chariots not powering up. BrotherLeb detach.
Leb's attached. Power's way back.
Coming left, okay. Little brakes. Easy brakes. A little more brakes. Brakes. So we're cleared for takeoff. Check park goes off. Maneuver. Our section takeoff maneuver.
Leb.
Updated winds are 110 for 4. That is a tailwind. Check park goes off. Let's roll up. I'll admit, audience, I've not done a recce flight here.
Off. Brakes now. Blowers ready now. Blowers ready now.
See ya.
Ready, hit it.
Sure, sir.
Wave level smoke on board, ready. Smoke. Left's clear.
Cheers here, 1.8.
Clear, 1.2.
Gears up. Flaps up. Let's get after it.
.5 mark. 4 miles mark.
11 on your beam.
A beam.
11 over, take it back.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Let's do this thing. Four miles. Mark 398.
Cheers in for the right nav edge.
Let the right of it. 3 miles. Mark 408. Miles, mark 400.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact smoke off. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Church clear, and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. 1.9, 2 miles mark.
2.2.
Snappy.
3 miles mark.
No. Fuel.
And 4 miles mark.
11 on your beam.
A beam.
Where to go mark?
Go take it.
Stand by, mark.
.4 miles. Mark 370.
Church in for the left inverted.
Or the left.
Watch that altitude, boy.
3 miles. Mark 398.
On time.
.2 miles. Mark 403.
A little ahead. Ready, hit it. Smoke on.
Roll right, roll right,
That look good.
roll right, roll right.
A little drive. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll. And pull. 155.
Left.
Stand by, roll. Check clear, and clear behind the crowd for the Fortis. Come up, truck's coming down.
Contact.
335, a little more pull. 325. 315. 310, ease in the pull, and roll it out. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the Fortis, checking line lights on.
Left.
315, easing more power. We're in close.
Whoop. Still have share.
Chariot, winds are behind the crowd. Crowd right. We're coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. Stand by the gear. Gear. Adding power. Adding more power. Adding more power. What's a 90 gear and flap on go purpose up?
What's good at 5,000 per quarter?
Ease in the pull and rolling out. We're outboard for the Fortis 2.5. Ease in a little power. Chariot's rolling in.
Clear.
Inboard and high. Center point. Chariot's pushing out. Rolling out.
Clear.
Coming back left. Set. Stand by the gear. Gear. Hook. I don't have it, so I'll do it myself. BrotherLeb, knock it off.
Clear.
Chariot's clear, and clear behind the crowd for the MRT State 90.
State 86. A little more normal.
Feels weird, dude. That low speed flight was nuts.
Yeah.
Chariot circling 5 miles for the MRT. And Chariot's turning 5 miles for the MRT. Four miles, Mark 350, working a little angle. Three miles, Mark 350 on time. Two miles, Mark 352. 1.5 miles of MRT. 1 mile, Mark 350. Burners now. Ready, hit it. Good entry.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Ease in the pull. Comes the pull. Pulling. Kicking. Chariot's pushing out. Leveling out 900. Coming right. Comes the pull.
Contact.
Ease in the pull. And rolling out. Smoke on. Smoke off. Easing power 280. 305. 320. 340. We're behind the crowd, setting up the opposing MRT.
Well, you'll have to.
Chariot. Easing power 380. Coming right. Comes the pull. Looking for tree 5, easing a little pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The opposing MRT 5, right? A little pull to level. Smoke on the fleet.
Hold behind. Easing some power. Power set.
Smoke off. Ready, hit it! Smoke on. 380 mark.
Match.
Numbers.
Flap. Connect.
Look good for BrotherLeb.
Flap.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chairs clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. 2.5 mark.
Match.
So performant.
Yeah, the snappiness. I'm overrolling everything.
I managed to nail those, but that was luck.
4 miles, mark.
Let me know on your beam.
Outboard, hold, 2, 3, beam.
Let me know on your mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it. Overspeed.
4 miles, mark 39.
Turns in for the left horizontals.
What's the left horizontal?
Clockwise.
Left. 3 miles, mark 43. Miles, mark 4.
Time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact. A little pull. Ready. Hit it.
Quick.
Burners. Pull. Stand by, roll. Burners. Pull. Ease on the pull and roll it out. 7.4.
7.6.
Chariots coming right and circling behind the crowd for the sneak 2 vertical, state 7.3.
Let's take 74.
God, I love this.
Yeah, it's fun. That, I screwed up the altitude on that. I'm gonna be like too low.
No worries, we'll debrief it. Time to get after it. Chariot circling 5 miles for the 62 verticals. And Chariot's turning in 5 miles, 62 verticals on the close runway.
Left.
Four miles, 1.76.
Whatever.
3 miles, 1.82. 2 miles, 1.85.
Pull up, pull up.
1 mile, Mark 0.8, full burn.
Smoke on.
Chariot 96.
Ready. Hit it. Stand by. Roll.
Nice.
10,000 cloud snow factor.
So that's a factor hydro clears.
I don't want.
Chariot circling 4 miles, solo loop.
Web.
Chariot's turning in 4 miles, solo loop.
Let's clear 12.
Chariot. 2.5. Wings level, smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull, adding power. Adding more power. Vertical 5-7, easing power. Easing more power. A little ease. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Ease the pull. Adding power. Go, Diamond Stinger. Adding more power. Smoke off. Chariot detach. Chariot detach, boss. Nice. Lemon on your beam.
Beam.
Lemon on your take mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Be a little early. 4 miles, mark 320.
Chariots in for the right 4 point.
Of the right, 4 point. And at 3 miles, mark 404.
Very nice.
Two miles, mark 398.
Little low. Swing on.
Contact.
Contact swing off. Ready, hit it. 1, 2,
Roll right, roll
3,
right.
4. Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Oof.
Clear.
Roll. Cheers clear, and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing vertical pitch 2 miles mark.
Match.
Sloppy clear.
Yeah, me too. End of the clear is not right. And at 4 miles, mark.
11 on your beam.
Beam.
Take a mark.
Good take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles, mark 380.
Chariots in for the left vertical pitch.
Of the left.
Let's do 100 today.
Left 100. 3 miles, mark 404.
On time.
Two miles, mark 400.
On time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Add it up. Ready, hit it. 60. Stand by, Earl, and pull. Power's idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon. Now 7-8.
Me too, little late.
Contact, I'm keeping it out.
Contact.
1.5, Mark 380.
0.1 behind.
1 mile, Mark 400.
Contact.
A little pull. Ready, hit it.
Roll left, roll left.
Stand by, roll, and pull. 155.
Left.
Stand by, roll. Cheers clear, and clear behind the crowd for the inverted tuck of roll.
Left, come left.
Connect.
370. 365. 360. $355. I have a little powder catch. 350 there, Sophie. And we're rolling out.
Overshoot. You'll have to, left.
Left. Souls behind the crowd. Send up the inverted.
Try it.
Coming left. Coming for left. Adding a little power comes the pull. A little more pull. So 90 for the vertical roll.
Try it.
For the left. And a little more pull.
Try it.
Give me a little shout. Ease in the bolt and rolling out. Up we go. Easing power. Ready. Online.
Smoke on.
Adding a touch. A little drive. Ready. Good.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll. Pull to 10 degrees. Stand by, roll. Rolling out. Coming left. Contact.
Easing the bolt and rolling out. 340 coming left. 350. A little further left. 360. 370. Easing power. Easing more power.
You got too low.
We're easing the pull. Rolling out.
Jeez.
Easing power. A little pull to level. We're in close. Easing more power. Let's hold on the crowd, setting up the section high alpha.
Sure.
Coming left. Coming for left. Easing power. Comes the pull. Stand by. The boards. Board. A little more. Pull. Sold the 90 for the section half.
Sure.
A little more. Pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. The section half.
Sure.
Easing power. Stand by the boards. Board. 3 miles or high. 200, easing more power. Little pull. 190. A little more pull. 180. 170. A little more pull. 160. 155, 150, a little more pull, 145, 140 pull into the set, adding power. More power. Smoke on.
Center point. Knock it off.
Left. Pull into 60. Coming left.
Trace breaking left. 270.
Contact.
290. Ease and power 310. 320, ease and some pull. 330. Ease and more pull, ease and some power. To hold 350. Ease on the pull and roll it out. The section breakout.
Got two, Chariot.
Chariot. 360. Around the crowd, set up section breakout.
Lab.
We're coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. A little more pull. We're at the 90 for section breakout.
Left.
A little more pull. Ease in the pull and roll it out. The section breakout. Easing lots of power. Smoke on. 1.5 mark. Easing more power. 1 mile mark. We're 15 fast. Half mile mark. Ready. Hit it. Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull.
Connect.
Ease the pull and roll it out. Easing power. 370. 360. Adding power to hold.
Connect.
Delta's behind the crowd. Set up the Delta roll. Chariot 4-4.
Up 4-6. You got 6-1.
Boss. Coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. Adding power. Delta's at the 90 for the Delta roll.
11.
Easing the pull and rolling out. The Delta roll. Smoke on. Up we go. A little more pull. Okay. Comes the pull. Roll it out. Ease in the pull to level. Coming back left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Does the left hand turn for the flirty.
Good run.
Smoke off. Ease in the pull. Roll it out. The flirtily half-mile outboard. Up we go. A little more pull. Smoke on. 10 slow. Break.
Ready to roll.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull. Connect.
Stand by. Roll.
Chair's coming right. Crossing in front of your nose at 40 now.
Connect.
460 added power to hold. Coming back, right comes the pull. Easing power, 470. Smoke on. Ease in the pull and rolling out. Up we go. A little more pull. Okay. Set. Okay. set. Soak off. Go get him.
Clear.
Cheers, sir.
Clear at 3,000, 050, 380.
Contact.
390. Easy power hole, 400, coming right. Coming further right. Comes the pole. .405.
You got 6 miles.
Boss. Delta's at the 90 for the loop break cross boss 150.
Chariot 300.
A little further right and a little more pull. Easing power. Rolling out. We're rolling through.
Almost. Oi.
And we're rolling back out.
Let's take it.
Set a little power, a little pull to level, a little more power up we go, a little more pull. Vertical 5-8. Easing power. Horizon now 8-7. Comes the pull. Ready, break, point to him.
030.
Smoke. Up. 0.5, mark 420. 1 mile, mark 410. 1.5, mark 402. 2 miles, mark 401, little low. 2.5, mark smoke off. 3 miles, mark up we go for G mark. Vertical 4-8. 8 alpha. Horizon now 7.5, power side. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, rolling it, little steep. 2.1, 3 mark, level it. 2.5, mark 402. 2 miles, mark 390. 1.5, mark 400. 1 mile, mark 404. 0.5, mark 400. Smoke. Off.
Yeah.
Clear.
Cheers, sir. Hell yeah, that was hard.
Coming left. 380.
Woo!
Little pull.
Oh,
Easy power.
jeez.
370.
Contact.
360.
Almost hit those cranes.
Adding power, hold 350.
That was nuts.
Rolling out. And a little power. We're slightly nose high. We're going to hold it. Coming left. Going further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. A little further left and a little more pull. Easing power.
You got 6 miles.
Boss. Delta's rolling out. The Delta breakout. Smoke on. Rolling out.
Yeah, you already said that. I'm down here.
Little drive. Adding a touch of power. We are 4 left.
Oh, you jerk.
We got
You.
a right turnout. Ready, right. Set. Smoke off. Clear.
Chariot Slayer 160 at 280, 1500.
Contact.
$290. Coming right. $300. $310 coming further right. $315 adding power. $325. Delta's in a right-hand turn for the Delta left pitch brake to land.
Bill has.
Boss. Coming further right. Easing power, a little pull. A little more pull. Smoke on. Easing some pull. Easing the pull. And rolling out. The left. Pitch brake to land. 06 right.
Left brake, 06 right.
Easing power. A little drive to level. We're 25 fast.
Take it.
Center point. Boss braking.
Left brake.
Easing the pull. Rolling out. 280.
Let's roll now. 280.
Smoke off. Gear flaps. Chariots coming left. 260 lab. $240 lab. $220 lab. Chariots gear down, flap down, hook up.
Let's go down 5 knots. Hook up, burn up.
200 lab. Chariots at the 90. Gear down, 3 green. Stagger is left. Winds are 110 for 4.
Left. Stagger left.
180 lab. $160 lab. 45 to go. 140 all the way lab. Working an angle.
That's 160. 140 all the way. Little angle.
Going for the ropes.
Left.
Sure, it's okay. Holding short of the ropes. The other side.
Okay. Lab's okay, Chariot.
Chariot, landing checks.
Lab.
Check, swap pressure off, check your tabs, check your flaps auto, check your landing lines off, reset your trim, and save your seat.
Lab.
We'll go well clear on golf for individual right 45s at a chocks.
Lab.
Check breaker work is off, charts bring up to 75%. Off, brakes now. Stand by cover wagon.
Lab.
Chariot's coming right. Give me two on the right wing.
Do what you need, Chariot.
Nice flight, Leb.
Nice fly, Chariot. Made that work.
Stand by, split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon.
Soldier in.
What a party.
There's a lot going on.
I like this site, though.
It's alright. The fact that there's hills on either side of the runway make it weird.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot to see. And something about flying form over the ocean, I don't know, it made me better.
Alright.
Correction, it'll be well clear on Bravo.
We just passed Hotel, so it's going to be a minute, and Bravo's a parallel taxiway.
I understand, we're clearing on Golf, but we're going well clear on Bravo.
Got it.
Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little more brakes. Off brakes now. Coming left. Give me two on the right wing.
Lab. In.
Coming left, go well clear.
Lab.
Adding power to 70. Lateral. Easing power to 68. Lateral. Coming left. Coming back right. Train's coming right for parking. Okay. 158.
Lab.
A little brakes. Easy brakes. A little more brakes. Brakes.
Lab.
Stand by canopy and engines.
Lab.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. That's a show.
A show that is.
Let's debrief it. Coming in front of the hood. BrotherLeb, you got me? Check, BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Awesome. Oh, interesting. Your stream is passing through audio.
What's up? Why? Oh, it's probably because I didn't have it muted. The disc or in OBS.
Well, I mean, I have it muted, so like we're not doubling up because that'd be awkward. I did that the first time. That was kind of fun. Okay, maneuver manual. Let's unmute the stream. Yeah, cool. Debrief time.
Shouldn't be passing.
Had
Whatever.
lots of drop frames again, so
Shouldn't-
I don't know what's going on, cause like I've been running the streaming configuration for a while, and it's just like grumpy now or something. Alright, custom 3 and launch DCS. Okay, let's debrief this thing.
Let's do it.
That was a show at Anderson. No major safeties that I'm aware of. How about you?
Nope. No major safeties that I'm aware.
Awesome. Goals for the show. I wanted to not fly below 0, and I accomplished that. I felt very safe the whole time and kept the numbers in the green.
Yep. My goal was to fly the numbers, and I think I more or less accomplished it. There were a couple of maneuvers I was flying visual, and I screwed up those lineups, and so that's on me.
All right. Let's roll in to the structured debrief. Start the virtual camera. And boop. Oh, that's definitely not what I want to do. Present. That's also not what I want to do because I need to get to the right maneuver first. Here we go. There it is. That is us and our stuff. Okay, so the taxi was we could do better, I think, in the sense that like I think that we can probably brief on the way there and roll onto the runway. Thoughts?
No, I think that makes sense. Do you want a taxi on Juliet, which is the sort of like angled taxiway? So like enter the runway on Juliet, or do you want to go all the way up to Kilo?
Yeah, let's do Juliet because we performed the maneuver way far away from center point. So let's do Juliet. I think that's gonna be best.
All right, sounds good. We'll do Juliet next time.
Okay, so in terms of taxi, no safeties, and we'll taxi on the run, and we'll taxi onto the runway and line up and wait 2-4 left on Juliet, or off of Juliet.
Sounds good.
That's it for the taxi.
Yeah.
Any notes for the taxi from you?
Negative.
Section takeoff. This lumpy runway makes this maneuver a challenge to execute in any capacity. But it went pretty well. The jet is extremely performant and just does not stall here at Anderson. That'll come into play later. But yeah, I hit all my numbers and everything was fine. It's just very performant.
Yep. I don't have any notes from the initial takeoff maneuver. It was performance, so I was higher than I normally am. So actually trying to work it down while I was inverted to get down to an altitude that I'm at. Because I was at 3,000 feet above center point elevation. So, but yeah, no further.
All right. The section, the opposing knife edge. This one felt better than last time. And yeah, on altitude, looks like our hit was relatively on center point, but still kind of was confused about where center point was, but flew the numbers, and clears were decent.
Yep, slight over rotation on the hit for me. It's-
Hmm?
Slight over rotation from me on the hit, no further notes.
Okay. Inverted. Yeah, this one I overrolled it, so I ended up walking away from you a little bit, had to work it back. But aside from that, the hit was good. Ended up a little bit nose down, so maybe I didn't drive far enough. I drove to my normal amount, but was able to push it back up before the turn. And so the clear was safe. No further notes.
I felt like I didn't push early enough to get the altitude separation I have for the parallax, so that is my major note for this one. Further notes beyond that.
Fortis. The performantness of the jet. The turn behind crowd was fine. Had to bring in some extra pull, and we were a little bit outboard. The performance of the jet meant that that wobbliness that we see in the replays ended up redirecting the direction of the aircraft. So I'm probably going to set up facing a little bit outboard and just let that naturally walk itself back towards center point. So you might think about that when we do our next show. Just set up a little bit further wide of me, or expect me to roll into you.
Okay.
Aside from that, we were a little high, but I wanted to do that and be safe over the trees this time around. I might bring it down a little bit more. Not too much more, but probably just like another 50 feet or so for next time. But my clears were good. No further notes.
I was high inside the box. I knew where you were relative to where we were, and we were really far outboard, and I just like sort of inverted the geometry of it in my head, so that was just a mental lapse. But I think overall positioning was pretty good. You climbed away from before you rolled out, and because I didn't pull up with you like I have been doing, and so I was just a little low and sort of sucked clears. So it's just a matter of doing what I know to do. So just mental lapses on that one, no further.
MRT, this is where things got weird with the performance of the aircraft. I pulled at the 45 at 305 and went to go squat the jet and go do the turbo nose low, and the jet just flew. So I'm gonna bring it back down to 300 and see what happens. I was expecting it to be really floppy because I was pulling at 305 and usually I pull at 315, but I think there's just such thick air here that the jet just wants to fly. So I'm gonna drop that speed back down a bit. And because the jet was just flying, I pushed the nose over early, which is why I was at 900 feet this time around. But then was picking up plenty of speed coming around the corner and cleared fine.
Yep. Felt like I was going to be late, but ended up being maybe a second or two late to catch you. But by the time you were wings level after the turbo nose low moment, I was more or less a beam. And I was able to follow you around the corner. We had a conflicting flight path after the rollout, but that actually worked out for the rejoin. But I just couldn't quite add enough power to get tucked right in before the next roll in. No further.
Opposing minimum race turn. This one felt weird. Felt like we were really flat. I flew the numbers and everything in the turn, but it just felt like we were. I was like, it felt like both of us were really far away from center point, like laterally, if that makes sense. So we had to like hang it on the blades for a while to get back to center point. So I don't feel like the timing was wrong, but it did take a while for the jet to fall back of you after we smoked off at center point. So yeah, that one just felt kind of weird, but I think we hit probably 4 left, 3 or 4 left. But my rolls were and on the clears were actually pretty good on this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think we hit left, probably 3 or 4 left. I which was weird because I was out of the power from the moment I called contact because I could tell relative to where you were, where I was going to be. I think it's probably just the angle we came in with the extra 5 degrees. I just had extra 5 degrees on that to start with. And then looking at the shape of your turn, I think your turn is a little wider than mine. So it just took you more time to get around the corner as well. So that was, I ended up picking up a little bit of speed when called numbers. And so I pulled harder to maintain the knots and then started to bring the power out. So I think I just didn't bring it out sooner to hit work. Clears were, I was just really slow at that point because I've been out of the power. So kind of floppy, but.
All right. Opposing horizontal rolls. This one felt fine. I was trying to make up for some being off of you as far as your distance calls, as we were like in the box, which I shouldn't do. I should just live with it. But all things considered, I was able to get that sorted for the hit. Yeah. Up the hill was fine. I think it was 200 feet of separation, so not bad, and no notes.
I also, this one I didn't pull enough. I could see I had a little bit of altitude above you, and then just misread your pull rate. Like I over pull, if anything, for that. So I'm going to be low on that hit.
All right, sneak pass. This one's scary here at Anderson because of the lumpiness of the runway. So you have to kind of cup your maneuver. But honestly, it all felt fine. It was just a lot to mentally process coming into the box. So I'm glad that I got my radio communication out because I was aviating before I was communicating. But aside from that, no notes.
I made a good adjustment coming in at about the 2-mile mark when I realized I was going to be too fast because you're on the close runway. And so the timing, if anything, was even a little slow. But I think the timing was pretty good compared to I was going to be too fast. Yeah, but that also meant that I had to bring more power in and go burners with my left engine. But I pulled that out once I went up the hill. And the clear was god awful, but I committed to it. So further notes. It's like a 90-degree clear.
Ladder loop. I brought too much pull in on the comes the pull. Sorry, a little more pull after the comes the pull. So the pull at the 90 down. So it ended up flat. It ended up squishing the bottom of this a little bit. So I think I went up the hill at a better time than I have been. So the maneuver's more over center point than it has been in the past. But still things to work on as far as making that work and smoothing it out. Yeah, that's it for that one. Opposing 4-point. I think I might have left it a little bit too late to make the call for the hit on this one. And by a little too late, it's like a quarter of a second. Because we crossed, and last I saw of you, you were still rolling to inverted. So I'll be curious to see how that looks on the tape. It might be perfect. But I just kind of did a standard measured 4-point and just kind of ignored that fact. And it seemed like we cleared at the same time, so I'll be curious. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what it looks like on the tape. My clears for this were trash, though. No further notes.
I'm really proud of the adjustments I was making behind the crowd to make sure that I was a beam when you were calling it, because I cleared in a direction that I don't normally clear and ended up in kind of a weird spot. And then I overshot the mark, but I was able to make it work. So I don't know how that was for the inbounds, but at least I was in the right spot.
I was on time all the way in.
Nice. All right. So that means I nailed it.
Yep.
Yay me. Pat on the back. Yeah, I agree with what you said with the 4-point. All the notes for me specifically was I overrolled both knife edges.
All right. Vertical pitch. 100 is the right altitude. It's even hard to get to with this field. So we'll keep it there at 100.
Side note.
Yes, sir.
It is wild that the field is this lumpy when this is like the field that everybody's going to fly at this map. That's the end of my side note.
You know, I was thinking that as I was taxing, I was like, it's really weird that ED hasn't graded this.
It would be easy. It would take somebody like an afternoon. Anyway.
Yeah, well, software development, baby. Agile software development.
Woohoo!
You release things and then drop them on the floor. Alright, so... Yeah, so the vertical pitch, yeah, so 100 was fine. Hit seemed like it was in a good position. I was late to smoke on, which is why I didn't give a contact call. I just went straight to add it up. I think that actually worked out. We went over the top, and you were a little late and an altitude discrepancy, but I cut the power out, and we were able to make it adjust well, and the hit was good at center point on the other side, so I think that we fixed ourselves. No further notes.
Yeah. I think it must have just been a pull and roll rate or something. I was right on your radio calls. I started to lose it a little bit in the last, like, 45, 30, 35, 20, or whatever your calls are, and Horizon now. And I realized that Horizon, I was like, oh, I'm going to miss it. So I brought in more pull, more power, and we were able to fix it. But looking at the TAC view, our speeds are pretty good up the hill.
Mhm.
So it was just a matter of like missing that pull rate. Because my loop is much wider than yours.
Okay. All right. The inverted tuck over roll.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, you're pulling at 2.5. 2. Okay, cool. Yep, good to know.
Yeah, the inverted tuck over roll. Made contact just fine. I was able to. I overshot, which is weird because I've been late for this rejoin for a while. So, just a lot of power here at Anderson. I was able to get in. I'm glad you said that you were going to be shallow because I'm over the ocean, so I can't really tell. But as soon as you did, I was able to back off and get into a decent position. I think I'm going to be... I don't know where I'm going to be, but I'm definitely not going to be hiding the jet until right about the hit, at which point I feel like I did hide the jet, but I over-rolled this pretty significantly, so I snapped back as soon as I realized that, and then the clears were fine.
That explains it. Okay. Yeah, so this was one where I flew the numbers, and I got it pretty well. I just need a little more pull. It was weird. I feel like I was pulling at a rate that's pretty consistent with even like the Saipan shows we just flew. It's the same, like not that far away from here. But
every show's
was
different. So
yeah.
different.
So anyway, so yeah, it was pretty shallow. So I want to fix that for next time. So just expect more of an aggressive pull. Next show. Roll in was not necessarily my smoothest, but it was online, which is good. And then I might have been just a little early on calling the hit. But yeah, the fact that you overrolled snapped back explains the lateral spacing. Wow, we are wide. Normally we're not this wide, at least not recently. And I was trying to figure out, like, what did I do wrong? So that helps fix that. But yeah, my clears, I just didn't, like, once I was like, oh gosh, we're wider than we really are. I didn't make the adjustments quick enough to get into the position. So I'm just going to be a little bit off on those clears. Go for it.
All right, the section half a piece. I just stuck it wide for this maneuver. Because of the issues that I had last time out, and that actually worked out. I was ahead of you coming into the set, and just I just added a little bit of power to keep it level, and just let you power by me essentially, and then was able to catch you as you came by, and we ended up being more or less even, and I took it in as we came towards center point. I ended up falling out right before we cleared, so that's not going to look great. But the clear was good, so no further notes.
Yeah, same as I didn't learn anything from the from the inverted takeover roll, and I basically was just a little wide, so we ended up coming back toward center point. I was pretty much flying this one visually because of what had happened in the inverted takeover roll, but I didn't make the adjustments, so we're pointed a little bit back towards center point or towards crowd, but we're so far away on the center taxiway that I wasn't particularly worried about it. And then I needed to bring more power out, let the speed drop sooner, because we didn't pull to the set until about 1.8, and so we didn't actually get set until like 1.5. So we were only about like maybe a mile and change actually at the high alpha. I feel like power settings are good though. To it, we had to bring in power consistently to get it to zero out the VDI or the VSI rather, but I felt like I was able to get right in the zone and hold it the whole maneuver, so that felt good. And the clear was pretty solid.
All right, rejoin for the burn 270. This one, yeah, as we were coming around that corner, like I had 2.5 of pull into it, and it wasn't enough, so I had to keep
That's what I'm
increasing
telling
it,
you, man.
keep increasing
Yeah.
it, and keep increasing it. So by the time we rolled out, and we started to roll that thing out, and we were going to be about half a mile wide, and I just rolled it out slower to bring us across center point at an angle. But like we rolled out at 3.5 G.
Yeah.
And granted, we were fast by like 20 knots, so that's part of it. But yeah, it's just gonna take a lot of pull around here. But anyway, once we got on profile, I was able to get wings level and keep it fairly stable, just easing the power out. And the yeah, it felt like the hit and the roll and the pull were good. We'll see how it looks on the tape.
Mm-hmm. Plan was to stay loose because I hadn't done any form flying yet, and then I just kind of got tucked in anyway around the corner. But you kept adding pull, so I felt safe.
Yeah.
The rollout wasn't the smoothest, but I more or less stayed in plane, which was good. And I got after it on the roll and pull, which I might have even over anticipated. So we'll see how it looks on the tape. No further notes.
Delta roll. This was one of my smoothest delta rolls I've done in a while. Altitude wise, we came in at about 1,000 and we cleared at about 1,200. I didn't want to go any lower than that because of the trees and the cranes and everything. So I feel like it's just going to be set up high. I ended up doing a wide, like a high arcing turn behind the crowd to make sure I could visualize center point. That worked out pretty well. Had to bring some pull in before the rollout, which was fine, but that meant that we could ease the pull fairly smoothly to level, and we were level at about mile 1.2. So we had plenty of time before we started the left-hand turn for the fleur-de-lis. No further notes?
Yeah, I was able to get in, and I was still feeling not sure about the form flying, so it's like I'll just kind of keep it pretty comfortable. Delta set. And then I was able to more or less stay in the entire maneuver, which felt great. It wasn't the smoothest, but I was more or less in position, like the right spot, the entire way through it, all the way through clear. And once you started rolling, and it wasn't until you rolled left for the fleur-de-lis turn that I actually didn't anticipate your pull quick, like at the right rate, fell out. So that success in my book, probably the best as far as like being in the right spot. Again, could be cleaner, could match you a little better. There's some wobble in there, but as far as being in position, it's probably closest I've ever been.
Yeah, it was really cool. As we were going through that maneuver, like I'm used to seeing some like different parts of your jet in my mirror, and I just saw that little canopy bubble just hang out there, and I was like, dude, I think you might have stuck it. That was cool. Fleur-de-lis. Yeah, I just misread this one. I was pulling us for the outside runway, and that's more or less what we flew over. And that's just because I sighted the field wrong, because I'm used to doing this over a runway. But I think if I would have stuck to my guns, we would have been right over the taxiway. So it's good to know that that is possible and I can do it. As was, we were over the far runway, and we were... What is it? We were slow this time around. But yeah, the hit felt good, the rolls felt good, and then coming around the back, it just took me forever to get to you, so I'm not sure where that distance disparity came from. But regardless, crossed your nose at 280, backed it down to 260, and rolled in for the maneuver. Came right over the taxiway and went up. Each of the sets were a little quick, and the first set felt like kept drifting left. So that's on me to fix for next time. I didn't give you a lot of angles coming out of it. So I'll theorize on how to give you some better angles, and I'll fix that for next time.
Cool. A couple of notes here. I overrolled. I've been under rolling and under pushing for a hit on the fleur de lis, and I did not have that problem. So that is where the separation. I rolled almost to the knife edge, and then I pushed a lot, so we're pretty spread out. So by the time we rolled behind crowd, we had a lot of separation, and then I rolled out on 155, and you rolled out on 145. So that increased that separation. So then you came back across my lows a lot longer because of that. As a result of that, and not wanting to like preempt your turn, it just took me a glacial age to get in, and I don't think I was in until we were up we go, and even then, I didn't feel like comfortable until we were about at the point where you rolled off left for the first set. So yeah, it was just kind of sloppy over the top. And then I realized once we got to the second set, it's like, oh right, I need to be setting for the next one. I tried to anticipate your rollout, and I was early on my screen, so that'll be interesting what the tape looks like. I didn't pull with you because I was like, I'm gonna hit him, and I don't want to hit him. But it'll be interesting what the tape looks like. All right, move straight into the loop across. Yeah, so angles are fine actually. That's okay. I like with all of the maneuvers we've done, the entire show didn't pull enough, and so we had this was just trashy leading for me on a lot of levels. I should have brought in more pull. It looked good at the 90, but then just blew right on past it and roll out. And then also because we had a ton of pull in, when I rolled out, we were like climbing through center point really fast, and so there's like a lot of easing and just like a lot of, I don't even know if I was calling all the events right. So all in all, bad and needs to be worked on. So there's a variety of safety side of that I think just rolling past it, rolling through all that ease, just not good. We were also high. I didn't lose enough altitude in the turn. We worked it back down once we got to center point, but not the best. And then because of where we were pointed relative to crowd, when we went up the hill, we were inboard. Fortunately, we have like 2 whole runways width to play with, so not a crowd violation, but still not. So a couple of safeties there that I will definitely fix for next time. Outbounds were pretty good, a little low. Inbounds were a little messy. I lost a lot of speed because we were coming down the hill and I had it pegged, and then we leveled it out and I just didn't adjust my throttle. So that's the problem, but you made the hit work, so good on you. And further notes.
Yeah, so we broke and rolled off, and I was able to get more or less almost in before you even started your turn, so it was pretty easy to follow you through the turn. Yeah, the rollout was pretty spicy. It was not clean for me, but I stayed more or less in position the whole time. But there is a lot of stick jockeying going on. Up we go is good. I stayed more or less in position the whole way over the top and everything like that. I don't know. I just felt kind of in the zone as we were doing that. And then on the break, I realized that I was going to be behind when you said pull, and I was at center point. I was like, oh shoot. So I chucked a bunch of power in, and then had to keep it in before we went up the hill. We ended up rolling out, and I was close to center point, so I was out of the power pretty much the whole way in. and then added it up right at the end to make the hit work, and it worked. Yeah, moving on to the breakout.
Yeah. Delta breakout turn is pretty good. I tried to turn sooner so that it didn't create a rejoin problem for you by having a really extra wide turn. But theme needs more pull in the turn to the actual break itself. So we were offset by 5 degrees, pointed the wrong direction. I actually pulled plenty and then just didn't trust it. And then the rollout was because there was a lot of pull. I just didn't ease all of that pull out, and that just takes a lot of discipline. And also just getting the flight path marker where it needs to be, which is just it's different because of the amount of pull that you have to take out at the lead. So that was something that I did super well. But yeah, the set roll to the set felt pretty good and consistent. This was all right. So no further notes.
Yeah, I almost hit the cranes on the clear for the loop break cross, so that was fun. I was focused on that, so my contact was late. You turned early, which meant that you were further along in your turn than you have been. So it just took me a while to get in for the breakout. You gave an indication that you were rolling out, but you were also indicating the maneuver, and there wasn't really a cadence with it, so I interpreted that to be quick, and it wasn't. And then you reiterated your rollout, and I was like already below you at that point. And I was just kind of like grumpy with myself for misinterpreting that. We rolled through a little bit. I don't know if that was intentional.
I noticed that. There's no reason to mention it at the time because it wasn't something I intended to do.
But then we also rolled out without a call, so I was able to catch that and stayed in plane with you.
Would you prefer me if I end up overrolling to just leave it there? Because I rolled it out so that I wouldn't fly in.
No, you can roll it out just like whatever you're doing, even if you do something that you didn't call, if you're going to fix it, call the fix, because I'm adjusting to what like I'm now flying off of where you of the thing you didn't call, so like I still need the rollout call. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So I was mentally flabbergasted. So my performance, like the thing that I did when you called ready break was trash. I'll take full ownership of that. I like pulled wickedly and then rolled, and it's just gonna look really bad. So I don't know. I was kind of kicking myself for that one. Was able to mentally clear as we went into the pitch up break to land. This one felt pretty okay with the minus with the very slight and actually fairly important oversight of being 25 knots fast. I was focused on getting the angle right and making sure that we were going to be lined up and doing that smoothly, and just completely misjudged the speed. So I brought the power back out as we were leveling out, but I didn't want to bring it out too much and then have to add it in and like jostle the delta. So we just lived with eventually being about 20 knots fast. And then just took a while to get around the corner for landing, but landed just fine and parked up prior to the ropes on the opposite side of the runway as briefed.
Yeah, rejoin was all right. I think I just didn't have a good feel for how the jet was going to respond, and the angle was a little bit more. There was more of an angle to you than I was. I was just worried that the same thing was going to happen that had happened at one of the Saipan shows where I got underneath you and fast. So it just like I pulled to the right spot and then I worked it in, which honestly probably is fine, but it felt a little slower than I would have liked. Yeah, I was able to get in. There was a slight climb over, just very slight, right about the 45 in the turn. I think you eased some pull but didn't roll out yet, and think that was part of it, but I was ready for whatever you were going to do. The fact that you did something non-standard is I climbed over. It's just not responding to what I was seeing. Yeah, rollout was good. Actually, a little bit of bobble. It's definitely not my cleanest form flying I've done. I was sort of allowing myself to live with a little bit more slop to try and stay in the right spot as opposed to try and be smooth. So I think my objective for next will be to try to fly smooth formation. But yeah, I was in the right spot over the center point. I realized I had a bunch of right rudder in once we'd rolled out, and I was like, well, I want to take this out because it doesn't look great, but I'm worried about what the attitude of the jet's going to do. But I was settled enough, I was like, I'm just going to do it. It ended up being fine. But I kind of waited till just a second or two before you were going to break so that if anything went cattywampus, it wasn't going to take that long. I wasn't going to be out for around. Yeah, the roll, once we, the roll back to the field, I completely misjudged as well. You probably could, I don't know that we need that many angles, but that's really on like however you want to fly it, whatever you're with. But it felt like we had, like I could have gotten the runway 24 or 06 left with the amount of angles we had. But other than that, everything was fine. No further notes.
I think the angle was fine. I think I was slow. I was slow on my first call, and so just kind of we suffered from that the entire. I think my first call was like 260, and my first call realistically, with the amount of performance we have here, should be around 300. So I should just hang it on 300 and turn in there, and that should make the turn really smooth.
Yeah, I had the same problem when I did my recce flight.
Yeah.
Like I just was like just took forever to get around the corner, and I had tons of angles. So.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's watch it.
Oh, one other note about the covered wagon split. You gotta wait for me to call in before you split us. Because if I'm not in, then it just looks funny and is kind of weird.
Okay.
And it also, yeah, because I was like way back there, and I was like, oh, I'll do it. But then I was also had a bunch of power in trying to catch up to you. So then I like blew past you by half a jet.
Yeah.
The alpha sidelines.
The real problem is that I had power in, and so like we were at 30 knots when I called it. I was like, you know what? I kind of just need to do this.
Yeah. No, you do what you gotta do, because if you say 25 knots, you better be going 25 knots, even if you were doing 30 before that.
Yeah.
And I just need to fix it. But it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, because I don't have any way to check the spacing when I'm trying to make sure I'm not gonna like drive off the runway during the split. So once I'm in, and I know we're roughly going the same speed, I'm not that too. Good.
Get rolling here. And while I'm here, let me just adjust this down to 50 so that I can hear you. Looks like my parked jets scheme is working out still.
Yep. I was fiddling with some liveries for the video project, and I'm tempted to go in and try and get the pilot models for the Blue Angels to be the right colors now.
I would love that.
But it's very low on the priority list, but I was like, I could probably do it. Yeah. And there's a way to get, I don't want to use the helmet model that some of the other groups use. One, because it's theirs, and two, to be honest, I don't really love it. But there is a helmet model that doesn't have the HMD or the nods, because our squadron uses it. 335, yeah, that's correct.
House.
Nice. But our squadron uses it, and so I just got to figure out how to make that happen. And we'll still have the gas mask thing on, but we won't have an HMD or
You can actually get the
nods.
gas mask off as well.
Hmm.
It's one of the livery options.
Interesting. To look at Salua.
Yeah, we definitely should do Juliet.
Yep.
Here we go.
Just imagine one of us has a hook down. Grab the ACLS or whatever that thing is called. No, I don't think. Nice lazy roll though. Yeah, that was good. I might roll out of this before I get to the end of the runway. It's so long. If we're doing Juliet.
Yeah, you could roll out over Juliet.
Yeah.
Oh, it still looked like a...
Yep. Because I've been fiddling with Ms. files a lot. Also, there's some really good statics. You gotta hunt around for them, but there's some really, really good looking ones. I was like, God damn it. I've never been interested in doing desert FARP-like stuff, but there's some things that just make me want to play house with DCS. Yeah, that's good. One left, but not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah. Clears were so bad. I just didn't nose over after any. Like, in addition to screwing up angles a lot, it was just like I would just roll off instead of like leveling and rolling. I don't know where my brain was at.
All right, all right. All right, all right.
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, all right.
Oh, it was high. No way. Wild. This actually looks a lot like the Houston, Wings Over Houston show I went to 2 years ago. Because... Because, mostly looking through a hangar, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, skippity-doo-dah. Yeah, the hangars being in the way is fairly normal for an airfield, an airbase show.
Oh,
That was good. Nice job.
yeah.
Good adjustment there. Sure, my rollout was slower than you expected.
A little bit, yeah.
Result in this gigantic altitude offset.
No,
so.
normally you lose out, come down.
But I did the same yug as always, and I was like, wow, I climbed like a mofo there.
Oh, dude. I made it work.
Up, dude.
That's insane. I was sure I was going to be high because we're so far away from the crowd.
You didn't go up.
No, I...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That's nice. So I was
The
worried
little
about the
thing.
cranes here.
Were they a problem here? I was so much closer to you than I normally am that I was flying that entirely visually, like no numbers or anything. That's why I have a wing up there, is because we are, like, I was scooting right underneath you.
Haven't been able.
Nice. That was really good.
Oh man, I've got the feel for it now.
You can see it crabbing. Nice, good hit. Yeah, it's probably 3 left. Still, good hit. Well, you wing hang there, and then I wing hang once I get to my outbound angle. Because I'm almost always pulling into you and early.
When I was flying, I was like, yeah.
Who wants to spend the whole centennial
in
in an underground holding chain? Yeah!
That movie is real.
Ooh, that's closer than I thought. I thought I was going to be low. I was sure I was going to be low. Hold on. Nice. Skids over the top like.
And the early, all the way through the early Super Hornets.
Pull up, pull up.
Bump de bump de bump.
Oh. Well.
I keep forgetting it needs to be the right engine. Just a very clean roll. And 90 pull. Whee!
Not the end of the world. Huh. Actually. Noted. That's different every show side too.
Yep. It's high, okay. Yep. Timing was pretty good. Yeah. It felt like a continuous maneuver. Nice.
Ooh, it felt bad in the jet, but it looks so much worse.
There are some things that don't look so bad when you're not in the jet, and there's some that just look way worse.
Vertical pitch.
Like formation flying is a good example. Like
Yeah.
if it feels bad in the jet, it's gonna look miserable out of the jet. Yeah. Oh, that was clean.
Yep. Super. Good work. Got it. There it is. Looking like a boss. You're over here somewhere. Whee! Doesn't look like it on the tape, but I did.
Good timing.
Behind. Interesting.
I don't know how you were gonna tell where crowd is.
I look at the Blue Angels and then adjust just.
Not bad. Yeah, that's right. Man, you can't avoid the wooginess. Like I was so ginger on those rolls to try and get it to be flat. There's still just a little bit of an overroll.
That was a snappy rollout. Was not ready for it. That's my bad.
There was at least one of them that I knew it was going to be snappy, and I tried to.
Oh, you definitely
indicate
communicated
it.
that it was going to be snappy. I just was not prepared.
Yeah, with a tailwind, we were only like 20.
Quick. Can't.
Jeez, Roger, you're loud.
Looks good.
Wanna encourage him. Gonna let him in. I don't encourage this kind of here.
Well, it might be flying.
It's fine. They've been in here when I'm flying. Climb up. I just don't want to wake up Catherine from talking. Huh? It's like a beam. Oh, I thought that was a different maneuver. Never mind. That was where I was supposed to be.
Alright,
This
here
is the
we
maneuver I
go.
thought it was.
comes the fun.
Little sucked there.
Yep.
A little more power at the back end. And I need to anticipate that I'm going to fall underneath you. Like, I know that.
Still, that was definitely the best one you've done.
Yep. So in. Then I just misread this so bad. Where do you bring in the pull? It'll happen in
Right
a second.
there.
Right there. So. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. We're like a...
Yep. Yep. I used to just haul butt in there and throw out the boards to get tucked in, but with the attitude wobbliness
Yeah,
it
I
gets
know.
now, it's like, I'm definitely not going to do that.
No, it used to be that, like, when we were doing the high alpha, if I got ahead of you, I'd just chuck in boards and even it out. Nowadays, I really think about it.
Yeah. That's crazy. You got to go watch the stream.
Well, hopefully...
It's so early. It's like a second and a half. It's like I roll and then you.
I might need to adjust my, my Twitch, like...
Or something.
My Twitch, like, distribution center. Because...
Ah. That was hot garbage, and you managed to stay in. Well done, sir.
That was sketch.
You were there, though. That was exciting.
I think I moved the camera, yes I did. Find our spot again here. That'll work. Over he goes. Yep, there you go. Nailed it.
Yep.
Best rollout ever.
I should have trusted it more, because with the wind, it was going to blow us back towards center from where we were.
Hull. Doesn't look horrible, though.
Yeah, once you get a ways enough out in those, unless it's like really, really bad, it's usually okay. Oh man,
We're not gonna get to see it.
wasn't my best, so. There's the climb. Really? Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, I might set at 150 because there's no point in the show where I should go below that. Yeah, but even then it's nice to know, like, hey, you've actually made it down to the altitude you're gonna go.
Varnas. Oh gosh, what was that?
Shoot, what's the YouTube guy? Sorry, that is not descriptive. There's a guy that does music on YouTube that you like. And he did like
Oh, Alex
Scared,
Melton?
I guess.
Music people on YouTube that I
No, the guy that does the song "I'm Scared." I'm scared.
Oh, Bill Wirtz.
Bill Wirtz. That was like the Bill Wirtz description. This is a really old joke now, but like we're behind a hill. So
Oh,
did Bill
yeah.
Wirtz like.
Uh-huh.
So I was mad here, and not at you. I was mad at DCS. So I was following you around this corner. You're going a lot faster than me. I'm not gonna go that fast. I gotta do like a 180. So I slowed down, and I still managed to like
Skid the front tire.
skid the front tire.
Yeah, dude.
How is that possible?
Okay. Noted. We're goofs.
Yeah.
Alright. That's that.
Not bad, sir. For show at a new site.
Yeah. Thoughts on what we want to do next?
I don't know. There are a couple of different things that, well, so I'm still working on video project stuff. I made some adjustments to these files. I took out the wake turbulence. I made some tweaks. I gave us more time to get things set up before things start. I tried to do a little bit of practice filming with the stuff we did last time, and it some of them broke, and then some of them it just didn't really work like I wanted. I think it's gonna work, but there's just a lot of fiddling I do to get to the point where I'm getting the picture quality that I want. I've got the camera controls the way I want to do them. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can, and I know people have done it, map the controls to my Xbox controller.
Oh, there's
using Steam.
There is a mod for that.
There's a mod that might.
You could search
because there's like
YouTube for it.
because there's a Steam setup, and I was able to find that. But anyway, I can't get that to work, and I haven't tried too hard to troubleshoot it yet. But I'd almost rather map my own because I have specific stuff I want to do. Because I have this whole setup where I have my track IR rig on this like plastic gun I've got, so I can move it like a camera. Problem is I can't manipulate the camera. Like I can't zoom in, can't move mouse, any of that when I'm holding this thing. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is having track IR on my helmet or on my headset, like not headset, my headphones, like most people do.
Okay.
And I would rather, but my hope had been if I could get my Xbox controller mapped, so I have all the camera controls right there instead of having weird hand shapes on the keyboard. Then I could put the track IR on the Xbox controller and then do it that way. So that's what I would like to do. But there is a poo ton of fiddling to get it to that point. So I think it would be fun to do some more test shots that I can play with, but it'll be weeks to get all that stuff figured out.
Would you be willing to entertain me having me do a boss show lead tonight?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Let's get started though, because that'll take a while and it's already late.
I've got a Miz file set up. Well, okay, I added 2 hot jets to the right side of Nellis.
Okay, cool.
So that'll be quick, but I need to get the headset back on and everything.
But I'm very excited about. I think the movie will work. Just figure out how to do it. Remember to stop your streaming. Okay. If I can figure out how to do it. Yeah, if I can get the DCS settings. I've also learned that you can get rid of some of the track file wonkiness if you do run a dedicated server. So I'll be running a dedicated server on my machine that we will then join, and then I will pull the track files from that server because the server is getting all of it'll basically at least it'll marry. It'll be all in one. So like there will be still some wonkiness, but it will all be relative to one viewpoint. It also will allow me to get in cockpit jets that are not mine.
Interesting.
Among a variety of other things. It also apparently is the way that you solve the that guy just wandered off now. He's in the ground thing because the server has to keep track of where everybody is.
Yep.
So,
anyway. Are you going to stream your viewpoint for this, or should we just end?
I'm happy to stream it unless you would prefer not to.
No, I think it's kind of fun to see the viewpoints. Okay, I'm gonna switch inputs and get the headset on.
Perfect. Me too.
All right. Clear environment. Go, headsets on. Left and up and right. Up and forward. Down and up. Looking good. Change inputs in Discord. Hello.
Hi.
Alright. Booting up DCS.
Putin.
Booting up DC Schnitzel.
Well, you got Russian communists and Nazis. Perfect.
That's right. Really? Who knows? I don't know, dude. Alright, launch DCS. Woo! Got to find a way.
What? Are you like Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
I can think of a lot of things.
With NDI, I could stream you.
Just me? Like you could run my stream, basically?
Essentially, yeah.
Wild.
It's,
I'd remember not to stream me now, because I'm going to dox you.
oh, well, too late. Go ahead.
You haven't even started a server yet.
That's correct. I'm loading up DCS near. Bruh, I filled all that out in the return request already. Pimax rep is like, can you send the order number? I'm like, dude, I did. Whatever.
I mean, yeah.
Come on, DCS, you can do it. I believe in you. Maybe I shouldn't believe in you. So, after my horrible experience with Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR,
Oh, when did you try that?
a while ago,
Uh-huh.
I was out of it for a couple days. I've decided that if I do Microsoft Flight Simulator, it'll be in 2D.
Got it.
Because most of the aircraft are going to be like either all panel or like overwing, and in which case VR doesn't really help you that much. All right, new
Nah.
Soiva. New
It's
kid.
cool, though.
Yeah.
Let me know when it started.
It should be started.
Cool. Yep, I'm joining it.
I haven't loaded Nevada since I upgraded my GeForce drivers, but then again, I didn't clear out my metashaders or anything either, so probably should have done that.
Let's see. I'm going to just fly right wing.
Right wing?
Yeah, just practice.
Yeah, totally.
I want to fly slot because it's easier, but I need...
Nah. Gotta do the hard thing.
But I'm tired.
Me too. Come on, DCS. There we go. Join aerials 1 and 1.
Okay.
And they're hot start, so.
Got it. I have my stuff set for hotness.
Alright. Where'd you go?
I'm right next to you.
Is it black? Because it's looking black to me.
It doesn't look black to me,
No,
but
I
it
mean,
looks like we're...
Your bridge.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Make sure to check the audio while you're doing it, because I turned it off so I wouldn't dox.
You're good. Alright.
But now it should be there.
Yep, I gotcha.
Cool.
And
I'm not getting any...
good, your
Oh, you're
audio's good.
You're paused. That's how I'm not getting any sound. Where the heck are we?
We're right by the runway. We're just going to do a left 90 right onto it.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool.
Alright, let me recenter my viewpoint here. And then we'll do some switches and get up in the air.
Uh-huh.
Ready to start?
Yep, ready.
In 3, 2, 1, unpause.
Cool.
Options. Do you still have DCC open?
Excuse me, what now?
Do you still have DTC open?
I don't. But I could.
Okay. Let's also IFA. Let's also re-INS, I think, because
Let's do what now?
we're re-INSing.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Right? Do I not have stored ground alignment here?
You should.
It doesn't look like it. Do you have stored ground alignment? So I sure don't.
It's just blinking at me.
Hold on. I'm gonna shut her off.
I mean, I shut it all the way off for a few seconds and waited.
Why is it mad at me? Okay. It just gets mad at me when I switch it to ground alignment. Wild. Okay. I'm gonna have to re-rack then, and we'll just live with nav.
Okay, cool. Select. Release. Release. Lock.
Alright. I was hoping.
Does IFA not work?
No.
Bummer.
It'll just go back into alignment.
Got it.
Alright. Junk, 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 junk. Yep. Alright.
I don't have my Nellis kneeboard, though.
You shouldn't need it, really.
I mean, there are maneuvers where I have to know an angle.
Yeah. You can just ask me for it.
Hold on, it'll take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
One kneeboard. That's the wrong one. The wrong one. And TTR Nellis. Here. Kneeboard.
Yeah, that'll work.
Drop the Nellis kneeboard in. Let's see if it worked. Hey.
I can live with that.
Okay, cool. Alright, Nellis, where you at? Where you with? Those aren't right. Nellis, there it is.
Did you
Cool.
get DTC while you were out as well?
Yeah, I did.
Sweet.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna DTC then.
And go all the way. Oh, where did that go? There we go.
Chariot's DTC is complete. We'll do a full boss briefing. I don't think we necessarily need a Mo briefing for this, but if you want
Sure.
to.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not prepped for it, but I can. I mean, if it's not any different, then I could probably do something.
We're on Echo, holding short of 2-1 left.
All right, cool.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, DCC is complete.
Charts are freaking 1.
Oh, tree, come on.
Discord check.
Good job.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading at 029er. Check your altimeter set to 2810 for a corrected center point elevation of 100 feet. Check your FCS 12 30 30 30 down 2. Check your fuel, seat arm lights out.
Up.
Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Good morning, Chariot. Updated winds are calm, 110, 4. We'll double check. Correction, they're completely calm, 0. Check your altimeter set 2810 for a 2992 for corrected altimeter 2810 for a corrected center point elevation of 100 feet. Chariot Squawk 1201. Level Squawk 1202. You're clear to taxi left out of Chalks on Echo, straight on to whatever runway this is, Atlanta.
Thanks, Leb. Cleared to taxi, line up and wait, 2-1 left. Delta, or Diamond, we're cleared to taxi. Check your parking brakes off. Chairs bring up to 75%. Off brakes now. Come left, go clear. Cheers, easy power to 60, land and roll. And cheers, come left for lineup. Ease bar idle. Little brakes. Easy brakes. A little more brakes. Delta, we're cleared for, sorry. Boss, you on the airfield and the airspace. You're clear for takeoff. Have a good one. We're cleared for takeoff. Check your parking brakes off. Maneuver. Diamond half scroll cage. Left turnout. Check waypoint 1 is in the box.
Diamond clears on 9. Let's go.
Chariot switching on 9, come 1. Chairs up 9, come 1.
Leb.
Let's roam up. Smoke on. Off brakes now. Blowers ready now. A little pull. A little drive gear and flaps. Up we go. A little more pull. Vertical 4-8. Easing power. Easing more power. Okay. Comes the pull. A little more pull.
Altitude.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. Up we go. Adding power. Adding more power. A little more pull. Vertical 5-0. Easing power. Easing more power. Easing the pull.
Altitude. Altitude.
Smoke off. Coming left.
Better than mine.
Comes the pull. Let's ease it out. little more pull. We're behind the crowd setting up the Diamond 360.
Up.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. Ease in the pull to level. Easing power. Yeah, IFA's already way off. Alright, coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Smoke on. Ease in a little pull. And we're in for the Diamond 360.
Take it in.
Adding power. Adding more power. Smoke off. Coming back right. Rolling through.
That's exciting.
We're circling around the crowd for the diamond roll.
Up.
Which means we're coming back left. And we're rolling through. A little pull. Adding power. A little more pull. There goes the box. Easing power. Easing more power. Easing some pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. The diamond roll. Smoke on. Up. We go. This is going to be faster than it usually is.
Up.
Okay. Rolling out. Up
Altitude.
we go. Ease and power. And we're coming back left. Smoke off. A little pull. One left-hand turn for the diamond aileron roll.
Clear join.
Ease and some pull. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. The diamond aileron will go half clear.
Flip.
Smoke on. Up we go. Left roll. Rudder brake. Smoke off. Coming right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. Ease in the pull and coming back left. Oh my god, I misread it again. Coming back right. Easing power. Rolling through. Comes the pull. We're on a right-hand turn for the diamond dirty roll.
Dirty loop or roll?
Dirty loop.
Flip.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. Stand by the boards. Boards. Easing power. Stand by the gear. Gear. Hook. Adding power. Adding more power. Coming back right. A little pull. We're in a right-hand turn for the diamond dirty loop. Checking line lights on.
Flip.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. Boxing this, adding some power. A little drive. We're coming back right. Comes the pull. Easing some power. We're rolling out. The diamond dirty loop. Ease in the pull. Smoke on. Burners ready now. Up we go. A little more pull. Vertical 3-2, burners ready now. Easing power. Easing more power. Ease in the pull. Adding power. Adding more power. Coming right. Boards up. Gear up. Hook up. Ease in the pull.
Check smoke.
Smoke off. Coming back left. Coming further left. Comes the pole. Or left-hand turn for the double farvel.
Club. Club shifting slot.
Easing power, easing more power. Easing more power. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The double farvel easing more power. Chariot's at 385. Chariots rolling in. Smoke on. Center point. Pushing out. Ready, hit it. Roll. Rolling out. Smoke off. We're coming left. Easing power. Easing more power. 360. 350. A little more pull. 340. Adding power. $330. We're in a left-hand turn for the Echelon Parade.
Is that left echelon?
Right echelon. Ease of the pull. 320. Adding a little power.
We got 4 boss.
Boss. We're rolling out. Ease in the pull. Easing power. We're coming back left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. Adding some power. A little more pull. Smoke on. Easing some pull. Easing a little power. We're in for the left echelon parade.
Club.
Smoke off. Smooth it out. Ease in the pull and coming back right. We're rolling through. We're in a right-hand turn for the changeover roll. Go left echelon.
Club. Coming over. 3.
A little pull. Adding power. Adding more power. Ease in the pull and rolling out. And we're coming back right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. Adding power. Rolling out the left echelon changeover loop. Smoke on. Up we go. Okay. Go diamond.
I have no idea how to do that.
Comes the pull.
Altitude.
Easing power.
Altitude.
Easing more power. Smoke off. Easing the pull. Coming back left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Left hand turn for the line abreast loop. Adding power. Adding more power. A little more pull. Okay. Ease in the pull and roll, and I'll go let it rest. Wings level, smoke on. Adding a little power. Up we go. A little more pull. Adding power. Adding more power. Vertical 6-0, easing power, easing more power, a little ease. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Ease the
Altitude.
pull. Go Diamond Stinger. Adding power. Adding more power. Number 5, detach. Smoke off. Coming left. Easing lots of power. Coming further left. Comes the pull. Comes more pull. Or left hand turn for the vertical brake go slot.
Love.
Ease in the pull and rolling out.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ease and more pull. Coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. Adding power. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The vertical brake. Up We go a little more pull. Go diamond.
Diamond.
Smoke on. Ready to break. Smoke off. Pulling out.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ease in the pull. 280. Come right. Comes the pull. We're in front of the crowd for the barrel roll break.
Pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to work for me, but oh well.
Ease in the pull. Coming back left. Adding more power. Comes the pull. 350.
Yeah, for boss.
Boss. A little more pull. Rolling out some bank. Easing some pull. Coming back left. Comes the pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. The barrel roll break. Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Easing power. Easing more power. Comes the pull.
Clear.
A little more pull.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ready break. Smoke off. Rolling out 350.
Contact.
Coming left. 340. Adding some power. 350. $360. Comes the pull. 370, easing a little power. A little more pull. We're in left-hand turn for the low break cross. Chariot 150.
Lab 300. You got it.
Boss easing some pull, adding power. Coming further left comes the pull. Adding more power. Easing the pull and rolling out the low break cross. Smoke on. I'm so far off. Alright, here we go. Ready break! I'm at 2 miles mark. Let me know when you get to 1.5 miles.
Mile and a half. Mark.
Turn it. Descending hat.
paddock.
1.5, Mark 280.
Sure.
1 mile, Mark 4, 340. Half mile, Mark 370. Smoke off.
Oh, I screwed that.
Ease the pull and roll it out. 270. Coming right. 300. Comes the pull. 280, adding a little power. We're in a right-hand turn for the burner 270.
Sure. You got 4 boss.
Boss. Ease in the pull, rolling out. Stand by the boards, boards. Okay, we're at a horrible angle for this, so this will be fun. Adding power. Coming back right. Comes the pull. Adding more power. Ease in the pull. Rolling out some bank. Easing more power. Coming further right. Ease in the pull and rolling out. Easing lots of power. The burner 270. Smoke on. A little pull. Coming left. Burners ready now. Boards up. A little more pull. Burners ready now. Easing power. Easing more power. Ease in the pull and rolling out. 320.
You got 4.
Trace behind the crowd. Send up the Delta roll. Chariot 5-3.
Live 4-9.
Adding some power. We're coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. One left-hand turn for the Delta roll. Ease in some pull. Ease in the pull. And rolling out the delta roll. Smoke on. Easing some power. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Comes the pull.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ease the pull to level. Coming back left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. We're left and turn for clearly.
Leb.
Little more pull. Adding power. Smoke off. Easing some pull. Adding more power.
Good rejoin.
A little pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. The fleur-de-lis. Up. We go a little more pull. Smoke on. Ready break. Ready roll.
Got it.
Easing power. Comes the pull. Easing the pull. Easing power. Easing lots of power. Coming left.
Careful, man.
Boss. Comes the pull. Adding power. Ease in the pull and coming back right. Comes the pull, adding more power. Contact, smoke off. We're in a right-hand turn for the loop break cross. Boss, 150.
Leb, 300. You fine, boss?
A-firm.
Cool.
Coming further right. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The loop break cross, easing a little power. Ease in the pull to level. Easing more power. Up. We go a little more pull. Adding power. Vertical 6-3, easing power. Easing more power. Ready break. 4 right, inboard. Smoke off.
Altitude. Altitude.
0.5, Mark 46. 1 mile, Mark 400. 1.5, Mark 400. 2 miles, Mark 400. Smoke on. Up we go for G Mark. Vertical 49, 8 alpha. Horizon, now 75 powers idle. 45, 55, 65, rolling it, little steep. 2.9, Mark
Altitude.
pulling out.
Altitude.
2.5, Mark 395. 2 miles, Mark 400. 1.5, Mark 400. 1 mile, Mark 395. Half mile, Mark 405. Smoke off. Easing lots of power.
Check no.
Coming left, smoke off. 350 adding power. 345. A little pull. 340 adding more power. 345 using power to hold. Easing some pull. Delta's in a left-hand turn for the Delta breakout.
Left. Hubs in.
Coming further left. Comes the pull.
Yeah, 6 miles.
Boss, a little more pull. Smoke on. Easing some pull. Coming further left. Comes the pull. Rolling out. We're rolling through. Easing the pull. We're rolling out. The Delta breakout. Adding a little power. Rudder brake. Smoke off.
Contact.
Trace Lear, 4,000, 234 at 295. 250. 260. Coming right. Comes the pull. $300. 315, easing power.
Hudson.
Straight. One left-hand turn for the left, Petrific land.
Altitude. Altitude.
350, easing more power.
You got 6 miles.
Boss. Coming further right. A little more pull. Easing more power. Ease and simple. Coming further right. Smoke on. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. The left pitch brick land, adding a little power.
Bring it.
Ease in the pull to level. Center point, boss freaking.
Well, let's bring it.
Ease in the pull and rolling out 055.
Left. Rolling out 05.
Smoke off. Gear flaps. Chariots coming left to lobe. $260 lab. We're on the right one runway, by the way.
Up.
240 lab. Chariots gear down, flaps down, hook up.
Let's gear down, flaps down, hook up,
220 lab. Chariots at the 93 green. Stagger is left. Winds are calm.
Second left.
200 lab. $180 lab. $160 lab. $140 all the way lab.
160. 140 all the way.
Sure, it's okay. Holding short of November.
Up. It's okay.
Right, that's not this airfield. Well, we're holding short of the blocks.
That's okay, Chariot.
Boss landing checks.
Up.
Check your smoke pressure out. Check your land lights off. Check your flaps are out. Check your flaps are out. Check your land lights off. Check your... My God, let me try this again. Check your smoke pressure off. Check your tabs. Check your flaps out. Check your land lights off. Reset your trim and safe receipt.
Up.
We'll go well clear on Bravo for individual left 90s into chocks.
Up.
Check your park brakes off. Charge parking up to 72% off brakes now. Stand by cover wagon.
Up.
Coming right coming to on the right wing.
There's need.
Wee. I'm really bad at that. I'm really bad at that.
That was very difficult.
Weirdly enough, I think I prefer it when you're boss.
That makes sense. It's harder to be boss, I think. Alright, soldier in.
Stand by, split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon. Oh, weird, dude. The paint's above the apron over here.
Yeah, same here.
What?
Parallax is weird.
You probably can't see it on the stream, but I promise you it's true.
No, it's way earlier. It's way easier to be like a wingman than to be boss. Because boss has all the responsibility. Wingman just gets the kibitz if boss gets it wrong.
Little brakes. Easy brakes. Off brakes now. Come and left go clear.
Yep.
Adding it up to 70. And we're coming right easy bar to 60 and then roll. Little brake 6, little brakes 4, little brakes 2, off brakes now. Come left. Two, 9 or 8. A little brakes, easy brakes, a little more brakes, brakes.
What?
Stand by, canopy and engines. 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh, the irony. I went the wrong direction on the canopy button. Alright, coming up in front of the hood. And we're back. Coop, no Twitch stream, but thanks for joining us. Yeah. That was not my best flying ever. BrotherLeb, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. Coop stopped by and asked why we don't have a Twitch stream, and that's because we get to keep VODs on YouTube. Yeah, I definitely think you fly a better boss than I do.
Appreciate you saying that.
Like,
Not good at it. That's.
yeah, but like, I don't know.
You're pretty good inside the box. Getting to the box is your best suit.
No.
I am not always the best in the box, but I can usually fly circles okay.
Yeah, but honestly, I think the getting to the box is actually the hard, like the secret sauce for boss.
Yeah, because it's hard to fly a good maneuver. Set it up.
Yeah. So,
The burner juice.
dude, that maneuver's nuts.
It's so funny.
Every
Oh
time,
my gosh.
every time
we're like coming down over that. I was like, what?
I know, dude. You did something similar, but like at the same time, like as soon as we were going over that hill with yours, I was like, "Oh, I know what we're doing." Well, here we are now.
For the burner 270, we didn't come over because I tried to like basically skirt the edge of the.
Uh-huh.
Like came in for it because I figured that would probably give us a good angle. I don't know that it actually did.
Uh-huh.
Thought process. There was a barrel roll.
Sorry, what was that?
Barrel roll break you definitely do.
Oh yeah.
The burner 270.
I think I just
whichever.
wuss out whenever you're on my wing. Like, I need to just rip some of those turns and those pulls a little bit more.
Yeah. There are. I don't know. I don't have any tentative advice. The things that I try to do is to maintain 350 knots outside the box
Uh-huh.
or less. You don't have to go speed of light.
Yeah.
And then, roll up on a wing, start your pull, and as soon as you reasonably can, get a good look at the field so you can set up whatever you got to set up.
Yeah, my problem, I was not assisted by nav mode.
Yeah.
The waypoint was in the sky, and so, like,
Dude,
I was just getting bad info all the time.
when I did it, he didn't have the waypoint at all. Just doing it completely blind wrecking. It's amazing that any of the outbound, like the loop break cross or the low break cross, worked for you because I don't think there were distances at all. If there were, I don't think there was a waypoint. Like, percent sure there was. And honestly, I think the waypoint HUD is really helpful for certain things, and I use it sometimes during joins because instead of having to look at the actual HUD to figure out a speed out of the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
But there are ways in which I think, particularly for boss, it can be a crutch that can get in the way actually. Because if it gets off, and then also I don't know, even if it is on, like when it's not in the HUD, sometimes it's in a weird spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only reason I was able to do some of that right, and I didn't do very much when I was boss, was because we had been flying that show a lot recently, so I had all the reference points.
Nice job with the diamond half scroll cage.
Yeah,
you were pretty in for that.
I really wanted to be more in. I was like so close.
You know what's funny? Aside from the loop at the back end, I felt like that was a pretty good maneuver for me. Which is funny because I practiced that like 4 or 5 times because I was like, how do you do this? And this was the first time where I was like, that's how they do it.
Yeah, no, your loop was really high, but it was fine.
Oh, the second one?
Like the diamond half scroll cage one.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the like second loop that happens after you come back over the crowd. That one was horrible.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I had so much problem with the burner thing. That would be a skill I'd have to learn actually, because I was so close to for part of that, and
Mm-hmm.
just the burner setting. Tried your trick, which was to pull the flappies up
Uh-huh.
so you don't have a detent, but then that just got my position all wonky.
Well, the
Every
thing
time I
is
did that.
you don't want to actually reference the throttle position. You want to reference paint.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that, but it was just the changing where my hand was on the throttle changed.
Uh-huh.
I would fall out from where I had, and so there wasn't a way back in. Because if you get out even a little bit on hosed.
Diamond 360 is hard, man. It's a hard maneuver.
Also, I realized as we were going through this that in the show version, you almost never roll into me. Or if you do, I'm rejoining on you while it's happening.
Uh-huh.
So anytime you rolled right to me, what is happening?
And it happens a lot in this, in the Diamond show.
One thing I did appreciate is for the Echelon Parade, the Burner 360, you just set it.
Yep.
And then I could just do what I had to do.
That's what boss is supposed to do. He sticks it, and that's it.
We were one of those, right over the crowd.
Yeah, that was the Echelon Parade. Yeah, the Diamond 360. Or I was looking at the Diamond roll. That one they roll off at 17. 17 degrees.
So that one I caught way better than the Delta. I was so far out in the dark. You'll find Delta. I was so far off.
That's probably because you're exhausted at that point.
It's true.
How'd you do with the Echelon roll?
Not great. Wait, we didn't do an echelon.
No, sorry, the, what is it? The
Changeover
aileron
roll?
roll.
Oh, the aileron roll? No, I was way high in spot.
Oh, did you yug?
No.
Okay.
So, trying to pull with you, but
Yeah, my doing it was just pure luck because, I was so terrifyingly close to you when we finished rolling for that. But you rolled at the right time. So, that was good.
there was the double farvel. Oh my gosh. I completely did not know when you stuff, so I was like, the timing. So, roll was good, and I was just really
Let me go
high.
find that. Oh, yeah, and then the the diamond dirty loop was so bad. That's my bad.
I was kind of in part of that.
Alright, double farvel, here we go.
No, I wasn't. That was when I was out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. You don't have much practice flying form inverted.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was the fact that, like, you called some hit it or roll or something, and I did it. It didn't. Like, it could have just been the delay, but it was a really long time. And so then you rolled, and I was, like, in a weird spot in the sky. And I was just like, yeah, and then it was like, I don't fly form inverted, so that was far off at that point. And then for the rollout, it was the same thing. Ready, hit it. Roll. What? We're rolling now.
Yeah, because it's hit it and the diamond splits, and then roll the 2 and 3. 2 and 3 roll back towards boss, and then roll out is when boss and
I
4
just
roll out.
had the comms cadence.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. I don't know, dude. I think you have the brain for boss in a way that I don't.
That's good, because like I think he has to aviate the hardest. That's something I gotta do.
I mean, if I sat down and thought about it, I could aviate like with the numbers better. I'm just such a seat of your pants person.
Yes, that is true.
So like, I can be a decent wingman. So I can respond to things quickly.
Roger is
Snoring? That's awesome. The changeover roll. Ah, yes.
Oh no! Oh no! I have no idea.
Dude, isn't it crazy?
Setup for that was horrifying. It wasn't necessarily bad. I don't know what's right, but it was just like, we're gonna do this. Okay.
Yeah, dude, coming over that mountain, that's how you get the angle. I thought the same thing when you did it, and I was like, oh, well, here we are. We made it. Guess he knew what he was doing. Let's see how you did on the lighter breast slip.
Actually, I did okay until like the last 45. Because I fight line abreast a lot. Like,
You haven't done this maneuver with me leading, though.
Nope, it's true.
Dude, you're a little behind and getting a little close for not having ever done this. That's pretty good. But you also hear me call it all the time, so.
I don't think I was at all.
Whoa, there it goes. Yep. You're absolutely on the edge of it there.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like you were calling towards me at the time, but I think I was just
You thought I was calling what?
No, I thought you were coming towards me the whole time
Oh.
because I felt like I was pulling away from you consistently. It's still walking towards you, but
Dude, that's what it feels like in the section high alpha.
oh yeah.
It's just like, it just feels like you walk towards me all the time. I think it just means that I have a little bit of left roll when I'm looking over that shoulder.
It's all right. 45 radio. Whee!
Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, this is the vertical brake.
Oh, I didn't remember what I was. That'll be party. Also, you rolled off in our. It wasn't that bad.
No, you did
At the
fine.
time, it's like so fast. I think it was because the rest of the time you'd be gentle.
Uh-huh. I think in reality, it would be a lot more brisk.
Uh-huh.
And,
Honestly, sometimes when I knew stuff was gonna be quick, did it quick. It was actually not bad. It's like not knowing it's got to be fast.
Yeah.
Not know if the roll rates are consistent, even if they're fast every time. Yeah, after a while you. Except.
Oh, there's that lag spike. Everyone's favorite dropped frames moment. So weird. The barrel brake, I just didn't put enough pull in when we went up the hill. I had the speed for it. I just need to put
Do you hear
more.
him snoring?
No.
Bummer.
It's Discord thinks it is background noise. Oh, you gosh! Okay, that was the moment. Okay.
Where?
The barrel brake. I'm streaming,
yeah.
by the way. To you.
Oh, you're sure. Cool.
Yeah, so, where is it?
Close.
Going up. It's because there's this uncalled rollout that happens. Or, like, not rollout,
Yeah,
but, like,
yep. Yeah, you
stop
just
of the...
stabilize it. Yep, and I didn't. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know when.
Yeah, Boss does this a couple times in the show, and it's the comes the pull.
Oh.
Yep. There's that dink. And, I should have brought more pull in here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It was like, is Caleb gonna die right now? We were okay, but just barely.
And then I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do, so I was like, he's back there.
Yep. Alright.
And the same thing with the low brake cross. I completely forgot that I was supposed to do that circle. So I just like tried to find you.
The low brake cross drove me. It was frustrating me because okay, if you watch this setup, I'm coming around the corner and I'm like, okay, where is center point? So I'm like, okay, so the helmet's not helping. I'm like, where is it? And it's over there. I didn't notice that. I was like looking for the cross, like for the cross taxiway, and so that's where I think it is. Where I'm looking right now.
Yeah. You
So
set
like,
up on
perfect.
the reference you had.
Yeah.
So that tower is helpful. It's left of center.
Yeah.
And then there's that gap in the mountains that we always have to come through. And then there are a couple of references behind the crowd that are like buildings and like construction stuff that I use.
I was like,
to get far enough out.
I also broke up the with you, which I'm not supposed to do. It was just a bad maneuver for me. You made the most of it with the
I totally was on the wrong.
You rolled the wrong direction for the clear. Yeah, that was funny.
Well, yeah. So it's just like, well, I couldn't remember what came next because we were so far out of parameter. I just gotta get sight and see if I can grab him. So then I saw you and I was like, all right, cool, we got it. And then you started turning. Oh right, this whole curly key. And I went the wrong way.
Oh, here's the. Yeah, this is not my best parameter for the Burner 270. I was like, I have to get us down there.
Because we should have been coming in like from over where you're looking right there.
I know, but that's the direction we went outboard from. So I should have just figure eighted it, but oh well. The problem was I didn't bring the boards up before we started.
Dude, this is a party. Just watch this party.
Oh, you tried to bring it in.
Thought I could. And this happens.
That's the
Like,
most
well,
terrifying thing ever. When you're
Gonna be on-
scooting in right under someone's wing like that.
And then at this point, I'm like, well, I want to get close, but if I do, he's going to roll out on me.
Yep. Yeah, my strat when I got out was to go high on you. Because I was like, if I try and bring this in, I'm gonna hit him. I just know it. Still, like... it was funny. Oh... The rest of it's stuff we know.
I didn't fly it particularly well.
I haven't done a
I
loop
never
break...
do loops.
Yeah,
So that was really weird.
I haven't done a loop break cross as boss in a hot minute. I mean, I do it in my, like, test shows, but... Oh, there's that moment! That's that moment every time, and I hate it. I've learned to adjust for it, but my goodness.
To the point where the jet basically stalled. It's a weight transfer thing.
Yep.
Which, like, if you're flying a jet and you're not flying somebody else,
You actually did a really good hit.
I was bang on the. I was a little fast.
Yeah.
I think it's because I fly lead on this, so I kind of know what
hmm
instinctively where things be, not just on the timings, but also like what feel that
Yep.
I am assuming you're probably going for with your puts.
Holy smokes, you're like bang on. Yeah.
It's the same with the vertical pitch. Let's see. This thing. I got sighted.
Yeah, I was really diligent at trying to make sure that I called my distances, and I was like, oh, I said 150, which is going to be 50 feet for me. I was like, too late now. And it was only at that last moment that I realized that you were flying too, because I'm used to us crossing, you know, at opposite angles.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, well, there he goes. It's pretty cool, though, to do that cross, too. Like, it feels cool.
Oh yeah.
Ah, the
It's-
overshoot. Yes. It's faster than you want it to be and slower than you think it is.
I was like finger flying. I was literally gripping the stick, thumb,
hmm
middle finger. That was just like trying so hard to stay smooth. Oh, this was fun too.
Yeah, not proud of this. You
Oh,
were fine. You were fine. If we had, 5 and 6, they would not have been fine, but you were fine. I was like, you know what? We're living with this.
it's like I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work.
That's part of the fun of doing these awful diamond shows is like you have to solve new problems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always enjoy being like flying a farm when I don't know. It was last time we did this when you were boss, it was really fun to try and solve all these problems that I've
Oh yeah.
watched a lot.
Well, it makes sense, given that you tend to be more of an instinct flyer.
Hmm.
That like flying position, just get to sort of do the CD.
Yeah.
Flying paint, trying to out. Which is interesting because I also like when I'm flying circles as boss, or even when I'm eating 6 or fake boss, it is a certain level of instinctiveness that's happening. It's just a very surreal instinct.
Yeah. No, our instinctivenesses are very different, and we've known that for a long time. But it's always fun to see, like, yeah, I think if we were to do a diamond show regularly, you would definitely be the best boss candidate of the two of us.
Yep, I'd have to actually.
Hmm?
I'd have to learn how some of those maneuvers work. I
Yeah.
actually have to learn numbers maybe. So I can fix some of them.
Dude,
Some
look
of
at
them.
this. Last thing of the night, and you're like pretty stuck in.
Yeah.
Like, granted, we do this a
Oh, well,
lot, but still.
that felt good after the whole night exhaustion. I'm so tired right now. Trying to get fly this. But you did a good job. I wouldn't say that you're horrible.
Yeah, there's things to
Really.
work on. It's funny because I did a full boss show. Just I was like, oh, can I do this? And like, it was way better than this. But I think like I said, I think I just wuss out when you're on my wing and don't actually just like do what I need to do to
I
lead.
think one of the things that I struggle with, boss, is like I'm thinking about how you're reacting.
Yeah,
Like, oh, he's gonna be mad that I'm doing this. It's like, no, you just need to fly your damn jet.
yeah,
He needs to deal with it.
exactly. And like, when you were flying boss, like I was like, he's gonna do stuff that I don't understand, and we're gonna end up places that I've never seen before, and I just like need to put myself in the mental zone of that, and just fly his jet, whatever happens.
Mhm.
If he decides to take us inverted and hang out there for a while, well, I'm gonna figure out how to do that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just a different mentality.
You definitely have a solo pilot. A diamond.
Yeah, as a diamond pilot, you just have to you're just
I guess maybe 4. 3 and 2
well, that's one of the
per spot.
reasons why I didn't fly slot when you were boss, because there's too much room for judgment. I just wanted to like practice form flying, and the best way to do that is to just hang out on a wing and just do whatever.
Israel.
Hmm?
It was good practice, but I wasn't good at it. The form was quite.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Lop.
I think that's going to be it for us tonight, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you again at a later date. See everyone later.